Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Q&A, our chat about the Korean skincare products, the K-Beauty. So we have two new products here with Shopee Shop, and we're going to talk about these products. We actually just got ours in the mail. So this is the Dubolero, and then we also have this one called the Duvero. And if you guys have not met Joe here next to me, Dr. Joseph Allgeier. Dr. Joe is a dermatologist and he happens to be my husband. So I said, okay, stop eating your dinner and come over here and we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to talk about these products and why you think these products are good. So Dr. Joe has his own line of products in his clinic, and he does have a pad similar to this Duvero, and we're going to open it up so we can show it to you guys. If you haven't ordered yet, you can see it. So these they are like the pads individually wrapped. So his pad that he has, that is his own product, has two types of acids on it, correct?
Right.
So what are the two acids on it?
So the two acids that I have in my private label pad is glycolic acid and salicylic acid. So they're called glycel pads. And that's pretty much it. It's just two acids. And so that it does exfoliate. We use it for our acne patients. It can definitely improve acne. The nice thing about these peel pads, it has 4 different types of acids. But in addition to just having acids, which there's a lot of products that have acids, this also has niacinamide, which is a vitamin B3 derivative that we also use in a lot of products, particularly acne products, because it's very calming. So it reduces inflammation of the skin, it improves the skin barrier, and it also adds to hydration as well. So it balances out those acids that are included in the product to allow, I think, a little bit better tolerability than some of the other acid-based products.
So question, does that help? Because you said it helps for, like oily skin and acne.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Does it help for wrinkles? We're all
Yes.
worried about the wrinkles.
Essentially, to address wrinkles or photo aging, we do use products that are slightly acidic or slightly irritating. The classic ones are going to be the retinoid products, the retinols, which cause some mild skin irritation. As a result, the skin responds to that, and it creates a healing response, which is what helps with skin tightening, helps with pigmentation from the sun and things like that. So with long-term use, definitely, you're going to see improvement with aging, photo aging.
What's photo aging?
That's just sun-related aging of the skin, where you see laxity of the skin, loss of elastin and collagen breakdown in the skin. So both of these products actually will be beneficial in offsetting some of that normal aging process of the skin.
So one thing I learned from him is that like for the skin to have for you to have results, you kind of have to irritate the skin. Am I right?
Yep.
You got to cause like trauma to the skin.
True. Yeah. You want to create some degree of trauma, whether that's mechanical injury, which we do microneedling for. That's creating, and if you're not familiar with microneedling, it's basically a device that has tiny needles that punctures the skin. That creates a mechanical injury to the skin, and as a result, the healing process will give us the results, the clinical results: skin tightening, improvement of any type of scarring of the skin. So that's mechanical injury. Most of the products are going to cause, as Tricia mentioned, some irritation of the skin. So that's going to be your retinols, your retinoids, your acid products, and vitamin C is another example.
So that's a different kind of injury then.
Yeah, this is more of a milder type of injury, but still you're creating that healing response, which is going to give us the clinical improvement.
Okay, so one thing that everybody has asked about the Dubolero, so this is like a moisturizer, and everywhere it says that you can use it during the day, but you said we can use it day and night.
I think it's a great product to use morning and bedtime, and there's a lot of really good moisturizers. This is more than a moisturizer. I think the bottom line is that the message I want to get across, this is not just a moisturizer. You can get a great moisturizer for $20. This is packed full of different components or ingredients that it's really beneficial for aging of the skin, in addition to being a great moisturizer. It helps with reducing inflammation of the skin. It has very potent antioxidants, which is going to address any free radical formation, which causes aging of the skin. And of course, it does have great moisturizers like hyaluronic acid, Rose of Jericho, which instead of adding water to the product, they use an extract from Rose of Jericho, which is very hydrating. And so that's found in some of the Korean products. And I really like the name because the company's Duvero. So when I think of Duvero, I think of dewy skin. You may have heard that term, dewy skin. Basically just means that moisture is really, it's really moisturizing the skin and getting that dewy appearance.
So Arrington has a good question. Since we don't have a cleanser at the moment, we will, but right now we don't have a cleanser. What would be a good cleanser that you recommend?
It's a really good question. Since particularly we're using acid products, I would hold off on any type of active cleansers, which would be a salicylic cleanser, benzoyl peroxide cleanser. I would just go with a gentle hydrating cleanser, something like a CeraVe cream to foam cleanser, which is one of my favorite. It's very gentle. It won't dry the skin out. You could go with something like Cetaphil. So there's a lot of really good gentle cleansers that are fairly inexpensive. So I would just go with something along those lines. Yeah.
So Susie is saying, confirming that we can use the patch, I mean, these,
The pads, yep.
the pads at night and the moisturizer in the AM, and then the pads 2 to 3 times a week.
Correct, yeah. And I think most people are going to tolerate this every other night, maybe 3 times a week.
I can probably use that every night.
You could,
have
if
oily
you have
skin.
oily skin, you'll be able to tolerate it, yeah.
Okay.
Because we've used my pads from the office, and
Every
we've used
night.
them every night without an issue.
Even though this one has like extra ingredients and 2 extra acids, we should still be able to use it every night if
I
you have
think
oily
so.
skin.
Yeah, or every other night, I would say maybe going that route. I definitely like the 1-2 punch, though. This is going to offset some of the irritation from the pad, the peel pad. This is going to calm the skin, and it's going to hydrate the skin and restore a healthy skin barrier. Because any type of acid product is going to temporarily exfoliate and disrupt the skin barrier to a degree. So this is going to really be a great recovery product to offset that.
And we can use this, Susie, morning and night. And then the cleanser would be like CeraVe, one of those,
Yeah.
like
You would
a
also use that
mild
morning and
cleanser,
yeah.
because obviously I love what is we have a glycolic, right? From
Right.
our products.
So that's essentially the same products that are in our pads at the office. We have that in a cleanser. But obviously, if you're going to use a peel pad, you wouldn't want to use an active cleanser like a glycolic cleanser or salicylic.
Will dry too much.
Yeah, it'll be too irritating.
And here's something I've learned from being married to him for so long, is that, you know, you use it, like I'm going to use it every night. If all of a sudden it's getting a little too dry, I'll drop it down to every other day. If all of a sudden it's too oily again, I will add every single night. If you know, I do it every other night and it's still too much, then I may do it every 2 nights. So you can just play with it and see, you know, how your skin responds to it and not how it works for you. And then of course, morning and night. I don't have the beef tallow with me. It's in my office. I should have brought it out here. But a lot of people like to use the beef tallow at night instead of using the Dubelero at night. But I want you to share like your take on
I think a lot of that depends on skin type. So if you have an individual who tends to have oilier skin, or they produce a little more sebum than usual, I think it's probably going to be a little too occlusive to use the beef tallow on the face. I think the neck is probably fine, and definitely anywhere else, you know, hands, elbows, knees, feet. If someone who tends to have dry skin, they probably could tolerate that on the face without causing issues. So I think it depends on the skin type of the individual. Yeah.
And that responds, you know, it answers the next question. Christine said, when would we use K-Glow? So for me, Christine, on my face is never. I have really oily skin. If I put that on my face, do you agree that I'll probably have a lot of acne?
Too occlusive for you, yeah.
It's called
Comedogenic, yeah.
comedogenic.
But I mean, other people, I think they would do fine with it if they have dry skin and they don't have acne prone skin. I think that's fine to use at night. But I think anywhere else, as I mentioned, the neck I think is great for tallow, and then anywhere else on the skin surface.
I love the tallow for my arms right here because they get really dry and I get a lot of sun because we live in Arizona on my hands. So every night I have it next to my bed. I use it on my hands, on my feet. I put my socks on and my feet have been so soft, and I have been using it on my neck as well, but I will never ever put it on my face because I'm way too oily for that. But my mom has been using it on her face, but my mom's like a snake. Anything she puts right, she has like the most dry skin ever. And she can put anything on her skin and it just absorbs and it goes away. If I put that beef tallow on, you're going to be able to fry an egg on my face like the next morning. It just doesn't, it just sits on the top of my skin. So this here, for somebody who has oily skin like mine, that's going to be my favorite product. I know it because I love his pads as well. Okay, so again, guys, just depends on your skin. If you have super dry, you can do this in the morning and the K Glow at night. If you have super oily, you can start with this every single night and see how it goes, and then use this morning and night. And let's see if we have any other questions. I can use it at night on my face. Yes, you can, if you don't have oily skin like I do. And Joe actually shared with me that he had a patient that came in, like somebody you've seen for a long time, right?
I think it was a patient, not a long time, maybe for 6 months, but is this about the acne patient?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so I come in and I think it was probably a 3 month follow-up, and she was a mess. I mean, she had significant facial acne. And so I'm like, are you doing anything differently? Have you changed your routine? And she's like, well, I was on TikTok and everybody's using tallow, beef tallow. I'm like, oh, so you've been using the beef tallow? And she's like, yeah. So that was for her certainly a factor in her acne.
And Nika, you're saying, should I wait until my skin clears up before starting the new products? Do you want to unmute and let her know what you mean by clearing up? Like, what do you have going on with your skin? Is it acne?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. No, what happened was I was using the tallow on my face and it was working fine. But then it started to get a little too oily. So I just used it, as you said, just on my neck and my the décolleté. And all of a sudden I broke out in this horrible rash that went all the way up my face on both sides into my hairline and everything. So I immediately stopped the tallow, but I don't know if I should use the pads or wait until after this all clears up.
I would wait. I would give a little time to recover for the skin. It's not, was it itchy, or were you having any burning or itching of the skin when you broke out?
Itching. Yeah, it's like dermatitis.
Yeah. So I would wait a little bit because the skin's already inflamed. So if you use the pad, I mean, you could use this product for sure. You could use the moisturizer because
Oh, okay.
it's a good repair product. This would actually be really good to use, but I would hold off on the pads
Okay, great.
until the skin recovers. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're like me. I cannot use all my products have to be products that don't cause acne. Any product that doesn't say non-comedogenic, did I say that right?
Got it. Yeah.
If it doesn't say that, I will not put it on my face because I have super sensitive skin and oily skin. Most moisturizers will make me break out. Sunscreen, I get a crazy allergic reaction, and I love Neutrogena, but even Neutrogena, like, will be on the beach and all of a sudden I have 10,000 zits on my face because of the sunscreen. So I have super sensitive skin. I have to be very careful. That's why I will not try the tallow on the face. If it doesn't say that's non-comedogenic, and this one is, right? Non-comedogenic.
Yes, actually, I was on a call with the group from Korea when we were getting educated on their product line. And that was one of the questions I asked. I think he was the, I don't know, CEO or one of
the company, yeah.
And because my concern was, a lot with moisturizing products, you do have to be concerned about, creating acne issues or if they're comedogenic. And he said, absolutely not. He's like, in fact, it's a really good product for acne patients because it does have the niacinamide, which is going to improve the acne and the inflammation of the skin, and it's non-comedogenic, so it will not worsen acne.
And oh, Jimmy is asking, how about dry scalp recommendations?
I think for that, I would do the tallow. I think the tallow is great for the scalp. Again, it's the scalp skin is different than the face, so we don't have as many oil glands in the scalp. So I think the tallow would be a really good product for the scalp. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's see. We don't have any other questions on here. I think I got all the questions that we had. If you guys have any other questions, just reach out and let me know. I can always ask Joe and, answer to you individually if you guys have any other questions. Anything else? Let's see. There's one more that popped up. I have one. All right, Ashley, go for it. I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
I was typing it, but I wanted to know because right now I use like a witch hazel toner. Can I keep using that? It's like Thayer's brand or whatever it is.
Oh, Thayer's. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's fine. I don't think it's going to cause any issues. You probably wouldn't necessarily need it. It would be an additional step, but I don't think it's an issue at all continuing with that. Yeah.
Okay.
The one question that I had that somebody sent me that I almost forget, and I am glad that I remembered, they asked me to compare to Ramon products. So they said, what products from Ramon compare to these two products that we have here? And the pads, we looked and we didn't find anything. So there's nothing, right, that compares to the
No.
pads. And then as far as the Dubolero goes, there was a product called Incelderm. And that would be the closest, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, I did look at it briefly. Can I borrow your glasses?
Yes.
Just take a look at the list a little bit closer.
And by the way, on the Ramon website, we clicked on ingredients and the button is not working. So you can't read the ingredients. All you can read is what it's for.
I'll just get a nap. You pull over.
Hey, hang on one second. Let me just mute whoever
Okay,
is
so
chatting.
from what I could see with that product, it looks like it's a very good moisturizer. It's a liposomal moisturizer. But again, there's a ton of good moisturizers. And so it's really not a true comparison with this because, as I mentioned at the beginning of the Zoom, this is more than a moisturizer. This has a ton of other active ingredients that are going to be rejuvenating and anti-inflammatory for the skin. Whereas that product, that moisturizer, I think it really has good moisturizing properties, but it doesn't have a lot of the other ingredients that would help with rejuvenation and anti-inflammatory effects of the skin that we get with the Dubolero. Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to stop the recording here. Thanks everyone for your questions. And let's see, right?